Today, we're going to show you what happens if we hit this turbo blanket with a blowtorch for 3 minutes straight. The whole point of this test is to simulate how hot a turbo would get against it. This propane torch is going to be hotter than the turbo because this goes to about 1900 degrees, whereas the turbo normally caps at about 1200-ish. We're still going to get as much data as we can. We've got a thermal imaging camera here as well, so I'm going to use that and we're going to data point between them. Right, we're going to go into this test. So I just want to show you an unboxing. So we got turbo blanket. So this is one of ours, an Exoracing one. We're just going to show you one of these. So this is our T4 carbon blanket. Doesn't matter if it's carbon or titanium. This one's mainly just to show the inside and the transfer between like the different layers. Stainless steel mesh on the inside. The inner layer, which is like a silica wool. This is essentially what stops it from going from the inside to the outside. We've got Kevlar stitching across, highly temperature resistant. And then the outer layer, which is a carbon or titanium weave, depending on which one you want to use. You're going to blast the torch on the inside at a set distance, and then we'll show the temperature difference over time, inside and outside. And then hopefully by the end of it, you'll figure out whether you actually want to use the turbo blanket or not, and you'll see if they're hype or if they're actually really useful. Try and nuke it, try and catch it on fire, see what happens. Should be fun. Let's go. We've now set up the test, so this is what the plan is. Blowtorch here, we've got it in the vise. This means we can basically just hold it, control it, and keep it in exactly the same place the whole time. We've measured this gap, so the flame is 13 centimeters long, as we've just tested, and that it will keep the same distance all the way through the test. I'm going to put a timer on my phone, which I'll also put on screen just so you guys can see. I've got a message, hello. I'm just gonna have that down here running. Every 15 seconds, I'll log the outside first, then I'm gonna log the inside. In a perfect world, we'd have multiple GoPro set up here, and we'd also have 2 thermal imaging cameras, so me and Scott can both do it at exactly 15 seconds. We don't have the luxury or budget for that. I'm going to test the outside first, then do the inside, and then basically go around in circles. It isn't perfect, and it isn't going to be like an exact 15 seconds on both sides, but it's going to be as close as we can get with one thermal imaging camera. Oh, look at that. I've still got the peel.
Ooh,
are you ready?
We need to do this. Ready?
Oh, we've got a little laser, and we're going to show central.
See the laser there?
Yep. So we're going to show the central on there that was about 8.3 degrees. Right, so ambient, we got between 7 and 8 degrees. So that's like our base start point.
Fire it up.
Yep.
Yep.
As soon as it's fired, I'll hit go. Okay, 15 seconds. Got one in there. One in there. Okay, 30 seconds. One there. One there. .45. So we've had to abandon the test because we had this upside down and it kept kind of spitting. Should we just quickly run through the data whilst we're here? Because we're going to have to run this test again, so we might as well go through it. Yeah. This one is inside. This, as I didn't realise up until right now, caps at 580 degrees. This propane torch goes to 1900, so inside of that is incredibly high. You can see the entire thing's yellow. Outside, central is 46 degrees. That is anywhere between, what, 1,000 and 1,900, anywhere around there inside. Outside was 46. Ideally, what we wanted to show was the inside versus outside, to be able to plot it. We can't do that.
To be fair, that'll probably be a good test, just to see the outside, just see what it's doing.
I mean, we might as well whilst we're here. All right, let's run the test again. I just want to show you that. Obviously, this was ridiculously hot inside, over 580 degrees. Like that it's barely touched it, like at all. The outside is just normal. This was on your car for what, 2.5 years? I mean, this looks basically the same as that with heat on the inside.
Pretty much, yeah.
We'll abandon this test because I can't actually show you inside and outside. We are going to slightly modify it there. We're going to have Scott holding the blowtorch and the turbo blanket. You're so excited, aren't you?
Trial and error, boys and girls.
Right, we'll go every 15 seconds anyway, just for the test. Okay, 1 minute 30. And we're at 44 degrees on the outside. Right, 1 minute 45, 46 degrees. Two minutes, 50 degrees. Two minutes 15, 55 degrees. Two minutes 30, 56. Two 45, 58. Three minutes, 62. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Come on this side. Yeah. You can stop. I'm just pausing the video here quickly to go through the graph on screen. So I've plotted the temperature versus time line graph, and as you can see it spikes massively in the middle. This is because we had to improv the test and Scott had gotten too close with the blowtorch and then backed off again, as you're about to hear. When we do the test again, we're going to do it for longer and make a jig to remove the variables such as distance. So that is it. We nuked it for a solid 3 minutes.
See where the inner bit got a bit too close at one point.
That is thousands of degrees.
Yeah, that's over 1,000 degrees easy, especially to melt metal like that.
Right, let's have a nice look inside. So other than it just going brown around the outside and a bit whiter there, what's the outside like? Nothing.
Can't even tell.
Absolutely nothing. Also, you can still put your hand on it. That got to thousands of degrees and you can just hold your hand on there without an issue.
I've got some, because it's a bit cold in there, I ain't gonna lie. I can't even feel it. I can feel it from my face, like in the inside. You can feel it's kept all that heat.
How's the beard? Still good. Hasn't burned.
Yeah. But no, don't get me wrong, it's warm. I can feel it. It's nice and warm, but it's not.
Well, it's still around the 60-degree mark, though, isn't it? So it is
well,
warm.
It's probably about
but
40 degrees now, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it's.
Running a propane torch on it for a solid 3 minute period, that's insane.
And like a car has to be on its limit to be creating that much heat.
Oh, for
Basically,
sure.
you're going to have a lot of back pressure to get that exhaust that hot for that long period of time. And
Yeah.
to be honest, the engine will fail or something. The turbo will fail by then.
I mean, I'd say that's a win for this video. And for the turbo blanket, more importantly.
And you can still use this turbo on your turbo blanket on your turbo.
Yep.
It'll be absolutely fine.
Even though we were literally on it with a flame at 1900 degrees, it's just melted a little bit of that. Like, the inside of it is absolutely fine. That is ridiculous. So there you go. That is it. I am going to redo this test, though. I'm going to get another thermal imaging camera, because I didn't realise that went to 580. Get a thermal imaging camera where we can go to, like, 2000 degrees to show, like, the exact delta between one and the other. Because that's the only thing that I kind of feel like we failed with in this test, is showing the kind of the heat transfer in percentage from one side to the other, which is quite annoying. Even if it was 580, which is what the camera capped at, it's way more than that. I'd say realistically, we were probably anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500. That versus 60 degrees over a 3 minute period on the other side, I mean, we don't really need to say much more, do we? Hopefully you guys really enjoyed the video. If you want to see us do any more testing on any more products, let us know. And we will come back and do version 2 of this in the future with a new thermal imaging camera. That's really upsetting, because that thing wasn't even that cheap. I think I've spent a lot of money on this camera, aren't I?
If anyone knows of anyone who's got one, you can lend us it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, and we will catch you on the next testing video.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.